Attention passionate Seattle Seahawks fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle Seahawks fans. Let's get to the news. So, here's the scoop that's been buzzing around NFL circles, and it's something Seahawks fans definitely want to keep an eye on. There's a serious discussion happening about the possibility of Foyesade Oluokun, the standout linebacker from the Jacksonville Jaguars, making his way to Seattle. Now, this isn't just some rumor floating around. Sources close to the Jaguars suggest that Jacksonville, currently sitting at 3-7 and in full rebuild mode, with a fresh $18 million in cap space, is willing to part ways with Oluokun in exchange for a second-round pick in the 2026 draft. And that's a pretty significant move, especially considering Oluokun's performance and what he could bring to the Seahawks' defense. Let's dive into why this makes so much sense for Seattle. Oluokun is a tackle machine, a sideline-to-sideline linebacker who's been a game-changer since he entered the league. At just 30 years old, he's still in his prime, and his stats are nothing short of impressive. In 2025, he logged 124 tackles, which is already a gaudy number, but what's even more eye-catching are his 8 interceptions, 22 pass deflections, and a PFF coverage grade of 92. 8, putting him among the top linebackers in the league. Oluokun's ability to cover tight ends and running backs, combined with his knack for forcing turnovers, makes him a perfect fit for the Seahawks' aggressive defensive scheme. His EPA per target allowed is just 0.18, and he's been targeted on just 41% of passes thrown his way, which shows he's a reliable presence on the field. Now, for Seahawks fans, this could be a game changer. Seattle's linebacker core has been solid but inconsistent, especially against the run, where they're allowing about 4-5 yards per carry, ranking around 20th in the league. The current options, like Ernest Jones, have shown flashes but lack the consistency and playmaking ability that Oluokun consistently delivers. Adding Oluokun to the mix would give the Seahawks a true defensive anchor in the middle, someone who can elevate the entire defense. Think of him as the Ray Lewis-type presence, a leader who can rally the troops and set the tone for the entire unit. From a scheme perspective, Oluokun's addition would be a massive boost. He would help Seattle improve their third down efficiency. Currently, they allow around 60% conversion rate, but with Oluokun's playmaking, that could easily drop by 20% or more, pushing them into the top-tier defenses. His presence would also open up more opportunities for the secondary, especially with Devin Witherspoon, the Seahawks' rising star cornerback, working alongside him. The Seahawks' defense, already trending upward, could resemble those dominant 2000s Ravens teams, with Oluokun leading the charge, making key stops and forcing turnovers at crucial moments. And let's not forget the big-picture impact. Moving Oluokun to Seattle wouldn't just be about boosting the defense for this season. It's a strategic move that could significantly influence the Seahawks' Super Bowl odds. Currently, their chances sit around plus 5,500, but with this kind of upgrade on defense, those odds could shorten dramatically, maybe to plus 1,800. Oluokun's ability to shut down RBs and TEs, think Christian McCaffrey, for example, would make Seattle's run defense formidable, turning them into a team that opponents fear to attack through the air or on the ground. His presence as a general in the middle, organizing the defense and closing gaps, would give Seattle a much-needed boost in the highly competitive NFC West. Of course, there are some questions. Will Jacksonville really give him up? The Jaguars are in rebuilding mode, and with Devin Lloyd emerging as a solid linebacker and the team focusing on building around Trevor Lawrence and an improving offensive line, Oluokun might be surplus to requirements. The fact that Jacksonville is willing to trade him for a second-round pick indicates they see a future without him, and the Seahawks must act fast if they want to secure this talented linebacker. It's a bold move, but the potential payoff is huge. A true upgrade at linebacker that can help Seattle push toward another deep playoff run. For Seahawks fans, this isn't just about filling a roster spot. It's about adding a cornerstone piece to a defense that's been trending upward all season. With Oluokun, the Seahawks could solidify their middle linebacker position, turning what's been a somewhat inconsistent unit into one of the league's most feared defenses. His leadership and playmaking ability could be the difference maker in tight games, especially in the postseason where every possession counts. This move would send a clear message to the rest of the league. Seattle isn't just trying to be competitive. They're aiming to be a true contender, a team that can shut down the best offenses and strike fear into opponents' hearts. Now, looking at the broader picture, this potential trade also signals the Seahawks' aggressive approach to improving their roster. They've been building steadily, adding young talent like Devin Witherspoon and other key players, but acquiring Oluokun would be a statement that they're serious about making a serious push for the Super Bowl. It's been a long drought for Seahawks fans, since 2013 when they last hoisted the Lombardi Trophy, and every move now seems geared toward ending that wait once and for all. Adding a player of Oluokun's caliber could be the final piece that pushes this team over the edge. Giving them the veteran leadership and playmaking ability, they need to compete with the best in the league. And don't forget, this move could reshape the entire NFC West. The 49ers, Rams, and Cardinals are all looking to improve, but if the Seahawks add Oluokun, they instantly become a tougher, more disciplined unit. The division battles will only heat up, and Seattle's defense could be the difference maker in those crucial games. Plus, Oluokun's experience and talent would be invaluable for a team with Super Bowl aspirations, especially as they gear up for the playoff push. It's a high-stakes game for both teams involved, and if Seattle manages to land Oluokun, it could be the move that defines their season. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Seattle Seahawks news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So Seahawks fans, what's your take on this potential blockbuster move? Do you think Oluokun is the missing piece to finally bring another Super Bowl back to Seattle? Would you love to see him in that Seahawks green and blue, leading the defense for years to come? Or do you think the Seahawks should focus on other areas of the roster? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion is what makes this community so special. I know we've all been waiting for that next big move, and if this happens, it could change everything. Keep your fingers crossed, stay tuned, because we'll be covering every update as it happens. And remember, I'll be back soon with more Seahawks news, analysis, and updates that you won't want to miss. Stay passionate, Seahawks fans, and let's keep pushing toward that elusive Super Bowl title.